Mic on.
Alright, let's go. Playing some ninjas. Um, so just something I wanted to try, see how it fared against the Delver decks. Pretty normal cantrips, ornithopters, uh, changelings, your ninjas, your removal, fatal push, murderous cut, snuff out. Bunch of forces, couple of brazen bars and strixes. So then there's a bunch of black sideboard cards. Leyline graveyard decks, tribal decks, combo decks, random shit, and a Caracas because you need to run Caracas now. So let's see what's up, see if any of these are worthy of playing in Eternal Weekend. Let's go. There's a trap. Yeah, turn one Ornithopter would ponder. Get rid of the murderous cut. We just need to hit a black source and we have a turn 2 Eureka, so that's pretty sweet. Keep the brainstorm as a blue card. Oh, this thing is all out of whack. There we go. Let me get rid of this chat box. Alright. Ancient Tomb. It's another one of these boring ass fucking like 8 cast decks. Holy crap. Sigh I will force. It's gonna make it real easy for them to block. Alright, there's the black mana. Fatal Push, Infiltrator, and Ponder. I think we want a Fatal Push and an Infiltrator. Next turn, fetch away the Ponder. Put in a Eureka. Another Psy would be pretty irritating. Sure. Okay. How's our sideboard look? Playing Engineer for Thopters, Back to Basics, Caracas. We have a couple good cards. This will be pretty annoying for making blockers. Sure. So they know I'm going to draw the Infiltrator, which is probably better than them knowing I'm going to draw the before knowing I have the Fatal Push. They don't run Wasteland typically. I've seen a pretty non-stock version that was running. I just don't think there's a reason to get silly. And we're looking for, I guess, Force of Will. They take one. Sure. They have an Echo as well. A thought monitor. Thought monitor is actually like so fucking irritating. It's just like the most fucking irritating thing actually. And they actually have two. Sure, that checks out. This card is like the absolute best possible thing. Just completely stops our sure. Completely stops our evasion. So there's really no good attacks here. Let's play a Changeling Outcast. Let's see if that eats a force. They're pretty obnoxious. Kind of. Like I said, no good attacks. Of course, it's so insane. Like, it's just so much better than Thoughtcast. And they hit 3 of them. Sai is a little annoying. They get the attack for 4 here, sure. I'm actually gonna play and fetch. Like, we really need an action spell, and it's minute, but I think it's worth deck thinning here. We need some nice ones off this. They are at 8. We could get us some Eureka flips that are pretty good. Ooh, Brazen Bar is a fucking nice one. Dealing 3. Ooh, Snuff Out's good as well. So we can Petty Theft the token or play this to block. How much damage is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Trying to think if they like go all out with LED. They crack LED to untap it. They can't really do too much, so. Alright, Saga. I think it's a little late. Like the game, they'll win or lose before this becomes a factor. So I just got to flip a 4 with Eureka. So I'm actually going to take off my yields and put in Genius first in case I hit like a Brainstorm. Gives me a better chance. So yeah, we take 6 here. It's alright. I'd really like a Brainstorm here. Another Eureka does nothing. So I think we just attack with Changeling. Because they can generate a bunch of blockers, so. Let's go. So we want to draw a card in case we hit Brainstorm. Alright, we need to hit. I drew one of my ways to kill him. Let's just confirm how lucky I have to be. I guess I have 7 outs left. Oh, 8 outs. Alright. Alright. That's like, that 20% actually? Can't be right. Yeah, 10 is 25, so I guess 20%. Let's go Ornithopter. That's not what we were looking for. We do have a bunch of chumpers, um, for whatever it's worth, so. Mm, they should be like going ham with this, I think. Really, they're not. Interesting. Because now I can chump with the Eureka on the construct since I have one to put in off the Ornithopter. Though I guess they could block the Ornithopter, so. But I guess, yeah, that's the same damage. Let's see what they do. They know I have a Brazen Borrower. Sling with the team, which makes sense. I'm definitely chumping with this. So I think if I'm chumping, I really want to Petty Theft and Ornith out there. I guess I can just hard cast a Snuff out. Alright. I can take a hit from 2 Thought Monitors and a Servo. So I need to block Construct, Servo, Thought Monitor. Chump with an Ornithopter. Ornithopter could block a Servo. And then I chump the Construct. I guess I can go to Petty Theft the Construct. It's probably like a Force Will, which is actually just completely fine. Oh my god. Force pitching. That's so good for us, because now this only has to flip like a 2. Alright, so block. 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 That's actually fray. Block. So I take 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Activating like Foundry and Saga and stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. So how many blockers can they make? Activate. They can only. So we just attack with the team now. Right? Because they make 1 blocker. They can only make 2 blockers. And we can just hardcast nothing on one of them. We just say okay. Because if they use the Ancient Tomb, they die to this on its own. So I literally... Alright. So... I guess I can see the first one. Okay. Good. Nice, nice, nice. Too bad I don't sideboard like a Hercules Recall. Oh, hey. Mesris, how are you? It was pretty sweet. So this is your first time here. Definitely hit that follow button for free so you know when I go live. But yeah, no, I wanted to try ninjas out. Someone in Japan was actually having a lot of success with this list, so I just said let's try it out against the Moto meta and see what happens. Caracas is pretty good. Force Negation is not super good. Force of Will is actually not very good, honestly. Is it can I cut Force of Will? Is that possible? I got people messaging me.
Mic off. Mic on.
Oof. Baleful Strixes are actually pretty bad, I guess, right? Because they have so many Thopters. Like, the Plague Engineers are gonna be great. Is thought maybe they're gonna run Chalice though. Fatal Push is actually not great. This is rough. It's a very difficult match. I'm actually surprised we were able to win the first one. I kind of want Ley Lines to stop Emery and Echo. I kind of want Thought Seizes, but they are running Chalice, and I'd like not to bring in more cards for that. Maybe I could cut a land since I boarded in a Caracas. Maybe cut one of the islands. That leaves us with 4 islands and 2 swamps for the back to basics. Or we can even cut an underground say, knowing that we have the back to basics. Well, I probably don't leave one underground say. Let's try this. Let's see how this feels. If Echo keep Force, that's why I'm bringing in Leyline. I don't know, Force feels so bad because right, they run like 8 forces and they just draw 2, draw 2, draw 2. But I won game 1, so we can see how game 1 goes, and then re-sideboard for game 3. See? Here's Force of Will. Sure. Let's go. Sigh. Maybe Dismember or something. Dismember. Wow. That could be good. Oof. Yep. Sigh. Like a Chalice on 1. They're at 10. Do I name Servo or Sigh or Thopter? I think I named Servo. They don't have more artifacts, right? You name Thopter, but they have 3 cards in hand. They can't be artifacts. They would have played all their artifacts, right? like, cause I guess I don't name Thopter. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I got you because of this. Yeah. Nah, I got it. I got there. So we'll name Thopter. I'm actually gonna go fetch an underground sea, I think. Yep, definitely name Thopter though. We'll just draw another Plague Engineer like a fucking champ. They're probably gonna force this anyway, to be honest. If they haven't played any artifacts, they have to have like a force in hand. No? And I do have a Caracas in the deck for this Sai. Those Ancient Tombs are like MV fucking P right now. Let me tell you something. All right, so they top deck that. So maybe they're gonna hard cast an Echo and go to 6. Up, Thought cast into Thought Monitor. Yeah. This is what happens. Damn. Yeah, Chalice on 1, sure. And another 1/1. Alright. So this is gonna be tough to fight through. It's gonna be a tough one to fight through. A Eureka. The best thing mana-wise is just to play this and Ingenious Infiltrator and just have like a 2/3. They'll have to put like 3 servos in front of. That actually doesn't seem too bad. Salumgar? Yeah, right. Like these Ancient Tombs are pretty close to being turned off. Don't tell me you're playing like Urza too. Okay. I was like... This just shut off my, shuts off a lot of cards. Luckily, we haven't really drawn them. So they can attack for 2. Not attacking for 2. That's good for me. Solid draw. I think it's just play another... I can either make a servo or play Infiltrator. And like the thing is I can work my way up to like a Thopter, but they'll just block it, right? I think I just play this. In case I draw a Plague Engineer. And I could like Plague Engineer servo then attack, so I think let's try that. Revealing a Eureka. Sure. Two, 3 bash. Yeah, then they triple block. Get wiped the fuck out. Play an Emery. You guys making a bunch of servos. Wonder what their hand is. Ornithopter is actually like a legitimate card. If I could threaten 2 attackers in the air. Yeah. So they know both cards in my hand. Now attacking for them is will start getting awkward, so What are they doing in response? Yeah, 4/4 Basher. I mean, they could just like trade so easily. So I like making this because next turn I can actually, so that I can like make a 1/1, untap it, and then make a 4/4. So they are drawing a million cards. Yeah, no, that's a good point. So right now is an interesting opportunity to attack. How does attacking here look? Now they just sacked two, because they sacked after I activated. So I attack with the team. Thought Monitor in front of Plague Engineer. No, I'm not attacking with Plague Engineer. No, but do they chump? Or what do? They put like 3 in front? Is nothing going to get through? Something has to get through. Just make a bunch of 4/4s? That's fair. Let's see it. Can I make 2 though? I don't think I can make 2, right? They're just passing. So their hand is just Force Wills, right? But what if I make a what if I put this in the air and attack with both of them, and then ninjutsu the one they don't block? Why don't I just make a flyer here? Right, I attack with Ornithopter, Thopter, and then Eureka, get trigger, trigger, trigger. Right, that sounds fucking disgusting. I'm gonna fetch here since my brainstorm is dead anyway. Yeah, because I'm gonna get. I sacrifice one of them, and whatever one they sack, I could just sack the Thop to this to make a 4/4. So it's like it's so fine. That's like the easiest attack. They might have dismember exactly, which would make me feel bad. But what's in their hand? They use a dismember. It has to be like forces, right? Yes, attack, attack. Feels pretty good. Fatal push is would be a good draw if there was no chalice, but you know. Sick. I think I back to basics here. Their mana is pretty constricted. I lose one thing and I can't even cast my cards anyway. Or I could untap this, make another 4/4. But they just chump it, right? They just like chump chump. That doesn't feel super great. I think back to basics so they could stop making. I'm ahead, so I think I'm gonna play back to basics. Because that stops them from making like servos and stuff. Nice. I wonder what's in their hand. I want them to show. I'll ask. My Hotmail is out of date. I'm sure it is. See if they answer. I mean, but there's 6 cards in hand, right? It's not like, is it 4 Emerys and like 2 Echoes? I don't know. Alright. Let's go. Bot any boy. Kahira. So that's lands? Kahira means lands, right? Rip Helm. They mulligan the 6, so... Alright, so we got the ley lines post board, so... We got a force exploration, right? Feels so bad. Force exploration, pitching... Baleful Strix. So what do we have in the sideboard? Ley lines and back to basics, opposition agents. Actually a decent amount. We can board in a decent amount. Cut like Fatal Push or Snuff Out, Murderous Cut. Loam, yeah. Sure. Sure. Oh, and this, huh? That's pretty rude. Do I Brazen Bar or the Mox Diamond? Their hand is just Dark Depths, right? Dark Depths Unknown? What if I Brazen Bar or Mox Diamond? I'll be right back while I think about it. I gotta get my dog. Yeah, but they don't have a. Oh yeah, right. You're right. What am I thinking? I'm like, it's basically like Time Walk, right? Baleful Strix is just better. Just try to hit a ninja. There we go. All right, we have a good plan. We have a reasonable plan here. Go get him. All right, they mill the Pirate Spellbomb, which is good for us. And they have depths in hand, right? This is certainly a deck I'm happy to be playing like 7 basics against. I wish I put what cards are here, because it's what, Thicket, Taiga, Dark Depths are the cards we don't know. All right, so which one do we want in ninjutsu? Oh, definitely the Baleful Strix. What am I saying? Can I get double triggers? Unless they have Crop Rod Caracas. Sick. Changing Outcast and Fatal Push. Let's go. Cycle that. A Dark Depths and a Ghost Quarter? Sure. How about we flip some fucking forces, huh? Oh no, not Dark Depths. Oh no. This is actually like, with triple Eureka triggers is no joke. And we forced the exploration. If they had exploration, we'd be fucking murked. So they can maze one. They're probably maze that one. Well, that's a bad maze, I think. Because you can't block these. You want to maze this, block this, but it's fine. Okay. Five ball. Three ball. Okay. Four. So sick. So sick. Alright, do we Brazen Borrower now? I'm trying to think. They don't run like Sajiri Step or anything, right? Just play around some nonsense, right? Yeah, I agree. Oh, that's petty theft for lethal? That's a lethal petty theft? Wow, winning game 1 versus lands is pretty fucking nice. Definitely these 6. Definitely those 4 out. Um, the last 2. Oh yeah, Caracas shit though. Boop. Do we get rid of Underground Sea? Just cut Underground Sea then? Like I'm never gonna fetch Underground Sea, right? What else to cut? I would cut Days if I had it, but oh yeah, Force Negation is definitely better. Can you do this? What about that? And do we want Opposition Agent just for the crop rots? I think Opposition Agent might be too slow without like, Mox Diamonds and Ancient Tombs versus lands. Yes, on Opposition Agent, you think so? I was on the fence, but I don't know what to cut. We can cut a Eureka. Can, oh, Gamble too, yeah. I don't mind cutting Eureka with the versus the Caracas deck. What about a Retrofitter? Yeah, that's funny. Same mind, yeah, same mindset. Alright, let's try it. Let's try this for the first go. Alright. Sure. Sure. If you want a Pirate Spell Bomb, my Ornithopter, you can. This is a really solid hand. This is like Brainstorm just made it like fucking Chef's Kiss. Oh, Force of Vigor. They Force of Vigored my. Maybe I shouldn't have played. And Tabernacle as a second land. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna Brainstorm now. Watch, they're gonna have like a blast too. Okay. Get rid of Leyline and Swamp. I guess I could just cast Leyline next turn, right? Or in 2 turns. I probably want to just keep the Leyline to cast it. So what if I just go like land? Yeah, because there's Tabernacle. I don't even want to play this right now, right? So what if I just shuffle that away and a Swamp? Not an island, because I'm going to fetch a Swamp. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm going to hard cast, but so I can't play into Tabernacle, which is good to know. They must not have another land, right? Like, there's no reason to play Tabernacle on empty board. Well, shuffle bug. Yeah, but they didn't crop rot it, so I don't know. All right. Can they? I lose the crop rot. I'm gonna wait a turn because I lose the crop rot for Yavimaya here. Crop rot Tabernacle Yavimaya and then tap them. I'm not gonna lose to that. Nice wasteland. Sheesh. We have drawn 50% lands, so we probably need to start drawing spells. If there's Saga, I really like. I'm gonna start. I actually am gonna like fetch the Thin, cause like, oh, they're gonna cast Loam. Oh, fucking A, yes. Let's go. Oof. Last card's like Vigor, green card. Oh, I get the opposition agent, maybe their Saga, and get a retrofitter, which would be pretty sick. I really just need like a back to basics would be pretty nice. Yeah, they do have this for my opposition agent, which sucks. Oh, they're actually gonna tick this up. Oh no, okay. And now they have to tap. Oh, that's so good. They have to tap for this, and then they have to tap out for this. Oh my god. We're gonna get an opportunity here. We're gonna get a pretty big opportunity. Because if they keep this alive and then activate it, let's go. Let's go. So I can get Pithing Needle or Shadow Spear. I could Pithing Needle, Pirate Spellbomb probably. I'm gonna get Pithing Needle, cause yeah, Needle Saga. You think after they just blew one? Let's see. Hold on. Well, they have a Saga in hand. So let's see what's in their hand. 3 endurance. You want a Needle Saga? There's 2 in deck and 1's gone. Do they normally play 4? So they have 3 cards in hand. I want to name Pirate Spellbomb though. These constructs might be an issue though. So maybe I do have to name Saga. But then it just blasts on it away, right? Like they killed my thing. Stage. So I can name Stage actually. Oh, I just thought I can play Brazen Borrower and then ninjutsu it back and then bounce something else. Which is pretty hot. We have a bunch of lines. I think I'm going to attack with this and get a trigger first. Ooh, Strix is good. Let's just brainstorm. Well, they can't blast me. I'm going to shuffle away a Caracas. So I could shuffle Caracas and Baleful Strix and play Needle and Changeling Outcast. Alright, no more fetchables in the deck. And their Tabernacle is actually taxing their mana, which is pretty sick. A lot of different lines to take though. Could have played it a lot of different ways, I think. So they're keeping them both alive. Alright. Man, 7 basics. 7 basics feels good. Playing a Tranquil Thicket for turn. Certainly not a power move. The question is, do we want to petty theft one of these? I think so, because then I can attack with the infiltrator. Because then I can attack. They'd have to chump. I get double triggers. Just try to find some forces. Oh shit, Punishing Fire is the last card. Do they have Crop Rotation as the last card then? Because I think this is like a pretty good spot for us. One card in hand. It has to be Dark Depths. And they chump this. Let's get a blocker for that Dark Depths. Yeah, exactly. The Leyline got it, so we're all like not worried at all about Punishing Fire. Another Grove, okay. So the only thing I'm worried about is Crop Rotation right here. They could blow Blast Zone for sure. So I'm just gonna attack with this. Ideally, I just hit a Force Will. Or an Opposition Agent. Let's see, were we right? Yep. Called that. Okay. Oh, they got Mazavith? Oh. Oh, opponent. Hang on one second.
Mic off. Mic on.
Oh, it's the Easy Shuffle. Yep, Easy Shuffle. Actually, don't play Ornithopter here. They top deck the third Crop Rotation. Dark Depths is a thing. They'll go to 1 mana, but I still have to like kill it. You know, but so I gotta just put in Brazen Bar, attack, and then I need something to ninjutsu it though. But oh, Glacial Chasm? I didn't know Land's deck still played that. They have Dark Depths to get, right? Like, so I'm just gonna get Force of Will. Like I'm just gonna ponder for like Force of Will. I should have tapped black so I could put this in, I guess. Yeah, there's a Force. That's definitely good enough. And next turn I could play like another Leyline if I want to. That's really the only thing I could look for. I don't actually have like ways to remove Glacial Chasm, so yeah, I know. I've always seen like 12 posts. Glacial Chasm is like pretty nuts. So what's it? 2, then 4, then 6, and then 8. So that's 3 turns, or 4 turns they get. Alright, a card with no text makes me happy. So I can play a backup Leyline or get... I'm actually going to get Brazen Bar into play, just so I can bounce it again. So I won't play a Leyline to play around them getting lucky. Yeah, so I'm just going to pass. Because yeah, I can just... I'll play it and ninjutsu it back to bounce the Dark Depths. No, I saw another one when we opposition agented them. They had one more. But yeah, I know like that's like, I mean we don't have plow, so I guess like them leaving in a couple isn't the worst. Oh, is this Loam? Wow. So how much mana do they have? This. They can't actually play a Dark Depths this turn. So I think that's fine. This is game 2. I'm up a game. Um. So say this resolves. They play a stage. They play Depths they can't activate, right? They only have 1 mana. But why? Like everything that goes in their graveyard from now on, right? So hear me out. I go Brazen Borrower, untap Infiltrator, put Brazen Borrower back in my hand. I know that. I know they have Leyline, but what I'm saying is, it resolving doesn't matter, right? Them get like playing Dark Depths doesn't matter, but them drawing like Pyroblast would. Like again, they can't make a 20/20 this turn. I put Brazen into play. I ninjutsu it back to my hand, and now I have Brazen Borrower for their 20/20, and then I can force something that stops me from attacking for lethal. Yeah, they're hellbent. So like I know. So I think I'm gonna let it go. We'll see if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that line is correct. Like they played, yeah, they play this. They can't activate this. We're just gonna ninjutsu this back to our hand. And just get another free bounce spell. Yeah, exactly. So, like Brazen won't be up for 1 turn exactly. I'm actually not gonna pay for Infiltrator here. Like that damage won't matter. And they could blast that anyway. Now we have Petty Theft back. So now they pay 6, and even if they play Dark Depths, we don't care. So, yeah, they conceded. See? So they didn't even need to burn that force well. Wow. It's really, really grindy. Dooba-dooba-doo. Reanimator Fiend, who's playing Death and Taxes. Wow, no black mana. Gotta ship it. There we go. Turn 1 Vial, or they get the file for comp, so. Oh, what? Oh, Esper Sentinel? Oh, that's so good for us. Um, let's see, they listed this deck as Death and Taxes, but actually, let me look it up. Yeah, they're playing a different deck now. Okay. So do we want to put just island so we get a brainstorm in? Probably. Excuse me. This card's real good. Huh. The question is if do we want to fatal push this and then play retrofitter? Do we just like fatal push this and then play retrofitter? Feels fine. You like playing in the days? Think they're playing days? I guess Esper Sentinel in days is like a pretty. If they force fatal push, I think I would play it. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. In case we have to force like a mentor or something. They didn't shuffle. I think I'll brainstorm here. Just try to find lands and don't let this tax me. Those are good. No lands, but those are good. Do I want to play a Changeling outcast? Wow, we got a Force of Will pitching counterbalance. Oh, this is what's his name's deck? I just faced him yesterday. I ruined his trophy. My memory is fucking such a dog shit. Someone a lot better than me. So they got rid of counterbalance. Do we force back? I think no, right? Like I don't think we could. I don't think it's force worthy. Um, damn, it's good with. We could just let that go and then play Ornithopter Pass holding up force, which is probably better around days. And this blocks all day. If they want a prismatic ending like an Ornithopter, you're welcome to. Yeah, but I have another Eureka on top, so I don't mind like. Fuck this card. Fucking card. So trash. Now, do I Eureka with force backup? I could just Eureka and then replay Ornithopter with a second Eureka. There's several lines. You can attack. They obviously have plow, right? Like, there's no way they don't have plow. We do have two. We can just let it die. Yeah, I think so too. With double Eureka, that's what I'm leaning towards. Ocean Infinity. Would they force? Maybe. But they can always like expressive iteration into it. I think the point is like prismatic ending is everywhere. So just let this get plowed and replay an Ornithopter. They go to 3 cards in hand. Oh shit. Now I'm gonna play a Changeling. The hitting lane's real nice. God, I hate this fucking card so much. It just seems like they always hit so many. You don't think I should have played Changing Outcast there? Really? I know what you mean. You want to like force pay one and then play around days. All right, after this turn I won't. How's that? After this turn I won't. They don't. They don't play Terminus if this is the list I'm thinking of. Who was it that I was playing? Was it Pokimoki? It had to be Pokimoki. Yeah, I think this is the list. From what I'm seeing right now, this is what it looks like. Counterbalances, Esper Sentinels, Ending Swords, iterations. I think it's this list. Or something very similar. They don't run Wraths. Let's go. Now we get to sneak in. A Eureka hit. That's so fucking good. So they probably just copied his list, right? He's a good player. They copy good players' lists, you know? They did not shuffle. I'm actually going to ponder pre. So I think I'm going to ponder pre. Ponder costs 2 here, but is it worth it to set up the flips? Nah, it's just a blue card for Forceful, right? I'm not going to do it. Ooh, Fatal Push. Leave it in hand? Really? I don't think so. Like I said, they're not going to run Wraths. Hitting some dead fucking cards, though. Like, they only saw 2 more cards than us. But like, we're putting so much fucking pressure on the board. Watching them play like Counterbalance. Oh, Snapcaster? So they're gonna snap Plow. Do I force the snap or the Plow? Wait, there's definitely no Terminus. This is the exact list. Esper Sentinels, Iteration, Snapcasters, Counterbalance. It's just, do you force this or the Plow? They use 1 force, so they only have 2 forces left. I'm just gonna force a snap. They might have like double days. Like Esper Sentinel, Snapcaster, double days. That would suck. But what do we board in? Do you board in? Let's see. Please be Brainstorm. Main deck Flusterstorm. Was that in the list? Yeah, 1 Flusterstorm. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. Alright, so we have, what, 6 ninjas we could top deck? 6 ninjas, 2 ponders, 2 brainstorms. So that's 10 cards. So we're 25% to hit a relevant card. 25% is reasonable. Unreal, honestly. 9 lands out of 18 cards. Do I even push? Pull up their list. They run 2 Jace. I don't want to plow this with a Jace. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna fetch the Thin. Like, I really need to hit an action spell, even though we're quote unquote ahead. I don't feel that way. Ugh. Oh, I have the retrofitters too, right? I could have drawn Brazen Bars, Barrel. I was actually like 50% to draw a reasonable card. Anything that wasn't an Ornithopter or a land would have been good. The hidden ending. Yeah, this is when things are gonna go off the rails, just like flooding out. They have 4 lands in play, we have 6. And that literally is the only thing that matters. Like if these 2 lands were 2 spells. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they actually only drew 6 lands all game, and we drew 9. So just gotta fade some variance, and we're not doing that. So we have to hit like a ninja right fucking here. They shuffled, didn't shuffle, then shuffled. So yeah, I'm gonna wait till my draw step just to see. I guess it's fine, whatever. Brutal. Do they run basics? They run 1 of each basic. This is Jace now. Yeah, that's what happens when you draw 50% lands and they draw Jace. And Fate Sealing, so we're fucked. And they left it on top, so it's probably like another land. Force, sure. Alright, how are we gonna board versus fucking deck? So they bring in like a bunch of blasts, a mentor. I just force this, right? Like, cause if I draw anything, I want to be able to use it. I can't force in anything. Sure. Like they probably have days also anyway, so this force was like never gonna matter. Yeah, here's your days. And they're hard casting days instead of bouncing a land, which means that there's like less things they can hit. Wow. I said like lands and ornithopters are bad, and that's all we've been drawing. Plague engineers, opposition agents, ley lines. Do you want ley lines against? They only have 2 snaps. It's probably not worth it for ley line. Thoughtseize. Back to basics. There's a lot of good cards. It's just a matter of what we're cutting. I'll probably cut all my Force Wills against this fucking deck. Hardcast Force. Yep. They have Mystic Sanctuary in the deck also. Yeah. You're not gonna cut Force versus Counterbalance? Like, what are you cutting? You want to bring in like 10 fucking cards? Like, you want all this? I mean, you can cut like Ornithopter. Fatal Pushes, Ornithopters. They only run 2 Counterbalance, like... Well, again, we just caught the wrong half of variance, so I don't want to go too crazy about it. Because what? What are we cutting? Say you cut those 4. Some Force Negations. Some Ornithopters, maybe. Strix is slow. The 4th iteration, why not? See, I was actually thinking about just cutting Ornithopters. Like, just cut this card that doesn't have text. Like, Ornithopters so bad. Like, look at these Ornithopters. They're so bad on their own. I don't mind trimming, like, a Eureka. I think that's perfectly fine. They're hardcasting Force. I mean, they're not though, right? Like, look, I just had all these Ornithopters that are fucking they're just O2s. So it's only a 4/4 if you have Retrofitter. I know, but Retrofitter is good on its own. Ornithopter's terrible on its own. I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna be boarding in a minute, so. Again, I don't think we did anything wrong this game. It's just like pretty shitty luck. Oops. Fucking moto lag. Sweet. The one I thought to gamble. I mean, alright, so look, again, we're bringing in, like, I think Thoughtseizes are good too. Like, you could bring in, like, legitimately 10 fucking cards easily. So, you're cutting, like. Like, what's better, Baleful Strix or Ornithopter? Baleful Strix at least draws a fucking card. Yeah, I mean, that's like a nut draw, though, right? They just blind flip the fucking 2. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just live the fucking dream. But retro abuse, I think you need to change. I don't know. Retro just does not seem as good anymore. Against prismatic ending, like. Alright, so they do have 10 minutes left, so. Yeah, again, it's just like Baleful Strix does something on its own, or like like you're never gonna have more than one thing, especially against this stupid fucking Esper Sentinel. You know what I mean? So like if we cut all this removal, right? We can, like, I think like these are all pretty reasonable cuts, and then it's just like the 3 Thoughtseizes. I know, but attrition, don't you want Baleful Strix, which is a death touch that draws a card? That's the whole thing. Brazen Bar actually does not seem that good. Like, Brazen does not seem impressive at all. Like, the deck list is like you're just brazening a mentor. Like, you're not brazening a fucking counterbalance. So what if we cut Brazen Borrower instead? What if you go like this? Or even, alright, look, so say I listen to you. So what about that? What about that sideboarding? So you could do something like that. So we cut Brazen and one Baleful. We get to keep the 3 engineers because they're so good because they kill Esper Sentinel now. And it's a 3 for ending. This seems pretty reasonable. I like this. This is just keep draw land, right? This is like keep pondering to land or lose. On the draw, maybe I'll add a leyline. I think you keep this. You literally just need lands with a ponder. A good player probably ships this easily. I mean, I'm down a game. I think I need to have some fortune go my way after flooding last game. Maybe some lands will continue my way. Wow. Wow. Fast game. Fast, gonna be a fast fucking game. Always turn one Esper Sentinel. Yep. GG. Nope. Hopefully they give me something to force here. Easy. You can draw a card. It's fine. Because either they draw a card or I discard a card. So either way, it's card advantage for them. And honestly, I might force to protect it. Because what were we drawing for? We're drawing like an Ornithopter, Ponder, Land, or Retrofitter. I mean, we were like over 50% to hit the cards that we wanted. It's probably better for them just to cast Ending. Like, God, this card is so good right now. God, do I force this and let them draw a card? Probably not, right? Because I don't even have land to use it. We just have to hope I draw. Damn, this really went downhill. A variance is still just killing us. Does 17 lands, 4 Ornithopters, 3 Ponders. Maybe I was supposed to force the Esper Sentinel. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to actually force that into days, as terrible as it felt. I would have had a 4/4. Fuck this card. They always have this card. It's just like I'll fucking get guaranteed. Ugh. Whenever I played this card, I never hit fucking land. It was like the most embarrassing thing. Absolute fucking joke. So my plan is to draw land, and Plague Engineer human with double force backup. That's my only hope. No, I mean we did get like mathematically we got pretty unlucky, but yeah, it could have mulled. I don't know. I thought down a game we had to have like one good game. Like again, 13 cards, one land. The odds of that happening are so fucking low. Yeah, that math works out to me playing like a 4-land deck. So the thing is, this deck just buries you in card advantage like so fucking much. You just have to. I'm gonna get rid of Indeed Outcast right here. Like mulliganing felt so bad. It's like with a ponder, it's like so reasonable. Ponder Plague Engineer, like, of course. The fuck? Counterbalance. Now we gotta get like that's just pretty unlucky, I think. Ready to get dazed. Let's just get rid of my whole hand. Fuck it, who cares? So now I'm gonna let this go, and I'm just gonna hope that my Plague Engineer resolves later. Yeah, 14 cards, sure. So if we assume only lands were good draws, we've missed. So we were 93% to hit a land by now, at least one land. So yeah, let's say even in the first 4. Yeah, we were at 78% to hit it in like the first 4 cards. I mean, again, just nothing you could do. So we're at 95%. We were likely to hit it. So it's at 4% not to hit a land by now. And they have both their snapcasters. Yep. What a terrible game. Ran into the 4%er after flooding out last game, drawing 50% lands, and in this game, drawing 1 land. And now it's 1 land with 1 cantrip out of 8. So, like, it's pretty disgusting. Oh, 7 in deck? What, so I could have drawn. So there was 53 cards in the deck from when I started, right? There were 17 good lands, and that was the first 8 draws. 96.5. Let's see, in the first draw I was 32, which is reasonable. But I did ponder, right? So if you look technically at the top 3 cards, right? When I ponder, I look at the top 3. I was 70% to hit it off ponder with a shuffle. So even if you look just at turn 1, like, all right, we missed a 73%er. So mathematically, it seems like that seemed like a pretty Like a pretty reasonable thing to do. It's probably fine. Painter? Painter's probably a really bad matchup. I think so. I'm gonna leave the Murderous Cut on top. Oh no, there was a land. I was supposed to fetch. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm like looking at the odds and not paying attention. Like I know it's a fucking land. I should have fetched him. Like I don't know what the fuck went through my head. I better draw a brainstorm for my fucking troubles. Plague Engineer and Goblin seems reasonable. Magmatic Channeler. Oh my god, really needed a blue card. Gotta hit like fucking brainstorm or something. Oh man. I really felt like literally every game except that I've been flooding out. Like against lands, like 8 basic lands in play. This fucking card. Super good card. I'll let them go get something. Probably Painter here, right? Then search up the grindstone with that. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to right now, right? They played a land, they can't like play a Grid Furnace and use it. So if they put an artifact in the stack, I'll just kill it. I don't want them to know I'm gonna kill it before they choose. Yeah. You tapped like a ninja, yeah, we're in business. So they probably have blast, right? Again, sometimes you're just like the fucking unluckiest person. Variance is why we play this game. So, just sucks getting fucking railed by it back to back. Sure. Give me a fucking card with text, holy shit. Just dead. Uh, literally just dead. Dead on board. I guess yeah, we could have hardcast enough out. Yeah, doesn't matter though. Like, oh man, this went off the rails. Had some really good games to start, and then it's just. I think I want to cut Brazen Borrower and Forces in this match. I think they feel pretty bad against like the 6 Power Blast at main deck. I can even bring like Thoughtseize in. You can bring like every card in. You can fucking everything in. Like you don't need Caracas. That's a gross exaggeration. For what? Why do you want Caracas? I yeah, I mean, guess. Yeah, I need more mana, right? I never have enough mana. I'm gonna cut a land for it. I don't give a shit. Opposition agent is probably good versus Goblin Walder and Saga. This is tough. Like, you really feel like this stuff's gonna get blasted. Back to basics will probably just get blasted, and they were on a couple basic mountains. You cut like yeah, it's in that case. Maybe what if I sack all like that? Because yeah, if I sack it, they just like I don't ever want to sack that because of Welder. I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna see what happens. I lost my whole spirit playing this league after that last one. Ugh. Really took my heart out of it. All right, you convinced me. Let's go. I think I'm supposed to get Underground Sea there. Goblin Engineer with a Leyline in play chooses not to look. Makes sense. Getting in there. Oof. start with an attack. Wow, that's good for me. Oof. Alright. Now I'm gonna wait a turn. This is getting fucking snuff added. So I'm gonna attack, I'm gonna snuff out before blocks. It's a maze, so they're not gonna do it, but it's like... It stops them in case they wanted to like thin their deck or something. It's like a land. Yeah, it's fine. I actually don't even think I want Plague Engineer. Do I want Plague Engineer? I really don't think so. Oh, you're like Plague 2/2 minus, yeah. That's reasonable. I mean, I'm gonna make a 4/4 and attack for 5 now, right? Like... Plague Engineer here doesn't do anything. Try to find a ninja. This fucking Plague Engineer just won't leave me alone, I guess. I guess I can't be like Ensnaring Bridge, right? Alright, so let's see, with this much mana, I go 1 here, then sack, Plague on Coward. Alright. G3. Boarding felt pretty good. Leyline's insane. Leyline is just so insane. I think I'll run it back. Oh man. No lander. Think I'll mulligan. There we go. This is pretty hot. So I get rid of either. I think I get rid of Plague Engineer since I have Leyline. I'm just gonna name Goblin anyway. And hope to draw a blue land. I have to draw a blue land. There's only blue lands and I guess the Caracas. So I'm gonna keep. Well, Thoughtseize just to get like a painter out right now. Breya's Apprentice and Pyroblast. We're gonna get rid of Breya's Apprentice. They could slam that next turn. Sucks drawing both basic swamps, but so if we want, we can wait till we have double island, where we could ingenious infiltrator and then do it again if they try to pyroblast it. So let's see if we can draw another island. Yeah, I'm definitely just gonna wait a turn though. I'm not gonna let this die for no reason. And we have the fatal push for any if the painter does come down. Yeah, island would be really good. Don't have Karn. Okay. Oh, and then pop this? Sure. Don't pop this. This is gonna be pretty funny. Like this is gonna be pretty funny. The old double ninjutsu. Oof, that's hot. Alright. Two unknowns. Just trying to race. Let's go. Let us go. The double ninjutsu. That's a little definitely something that not all players know you can do. So you can put a card in exile. I will allow it. So I think I attack with everything because they'd have to triple block. I guess I don't attack with this. I just attack with these two. Oh my god, don't tell me you're going to try to pop this. No, you poor opponent. Oh no. You knew I had this. Oh no. They probably have land, right? I'm not going to thought these. At 3-1. Feels bad. Feels like a bad 3-1. Like I said, Matt, like that one loss, maybe I'm supposed to mull. I don't know. Let's finish this up. Chilled, dated. This name sounds familiar. They've played Hogak before. Interesting. Hogak is probably unwinnable, so we'll get a nice 3-2 pity chest. Is Hogak game? Do people still play Hogak? That's from June, I guess. Yeah, I got the double ninja. So anyway, anyone who's here, the 5 people or whatever, if you're not following, follow stream. It's free. Definitely do that. Check out my YouTube. Subscribe there. I put all my videos up there in case you missed something. And then you can always sub with those Bezo bucks. So, but yeah, I'm gonna keep a one land ponder. I'm on the draw this time, so mathematically, I'm gonna hit it. So let's see if we can get a 5 chesties to open. That'd be nice. I think I'm out of chests, right? Oh my god, I have a million things now because of. Oh shit, I have one treasure chest. Let's open it now for good luck. Yeah, good job, Fox. Let's open one treasure chest for Oh, Scour Glass. I'm certainly not feeling good. Scour Glass. I wonder if I can make use this in stacks. It's pretty hot. Ugh. Things looking. Scour Glass looks pretty interesting. My opponent didn't disconnect, so I'm not sure what's happening. But anyway, this is one of the decks. I was actually playing this deck. This deck has had some of the most banana turns you could ever imagine. I had like a Solitude and like a Fury in play. I had like a Solitude and an Omnath in play, and a Yorion. I play Fury, get the trigger, and then Ephemerate my Yorion to blink Omnath, Fury, and Solitude, and they just conceded with the Ephemerate in the stack. But this deck, it's I don't know, super fun. I'll tell you that much. Huh, that's interesting. I also thought about playing the mono black or whatever it is, mono red depths. I got a 4-1 with this, and I actually felt this is like pretty strong, cause like Blood Moon is strong on its own, and the fact that you get to make like a 20/20 at instant speed. Oh no, we're facing someone who wants to win. Why do you care about winning so much, opponent? So I'm gonna upkeep Fatal Push it, I guess, with Force of Negation backup. Oof. Now they were stuck on lands. Look at this. Look how this line worked out. Gut shot. Gut shot and left on top. So they have a land on top. I really don't want to get a second swamp here. They have like iteration in hand, obviously. They just forced pitching iteration. Wow. That means they have second iteration, right? That's the only thing that makes sense. Fucking Magic so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands already though. Let's not. And then they have a. Wow, they're good. Damn. Gosh darn it. So Ninja one time or a cantrip potentially. Forcing that was just such a play. Let's go. Absolutely punished. Well, not really. Don't bolt this like a jerk. How do they have 3 and 15 cards? It's just so sick. So sick. What do we sideboard versus Delver? Ley lines, back to basics, plague engineers, Caracas for monkey. I know, right? Like wasteland me. Should show me who's boss. Didn't shuffle from their ponder, so obviously they found the bolt, which is kind of frustrating. Let's go. So many good arts. Yeah, when you draw over 50% lands, there's not much to be done. You think you want No, don't wasteland me. Bloodstained Mire can't find anything now. Oh, I forgot Bloodstained couldn't find anything. It's the one black fetch. That's such a tilt. This Bloodstained Mire is tilting me out of my mind. What fucking insult to injury. Really though, what am I supposed to do, huh? Like, I just don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, you draw lands and your opponents just draw fucking monkeys. I have to let it hit me, I think. Ornithopter. That's pretty annoying. But I would have drawn it, right? So. They have, like, force blue card, like third force will. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna leave force will on top for Ragavan. And I'm gonna play that so I could fetch away the Ornithopter that's underneath. I guess the Ornithopter's a 4/4. But I think I'm gonna make 2 4/4s this turn, right? Is it better to make 2 4/4s? I know, but then I lose the Ornithopter, which is probably fine, right? Like, Ornithopter's in, like, the low end of my... Just hardcast Infiltrator? They're gonna block both, so I can hardcast Infiltrator or leave Force on top. Because they're probably gonna double block 1, take 4. And I can just force away, fetch away the force will. Got it. Wow. Drawing almost all our lands. We only had 7 lands left in the deck, so that's pretty nice. Can we really get a 4-1 with this? That'd be pretty cool. Alright, what are we boarding in? What are we boarding in? I'm gonna cut all the forces for sure. You wouldn't cut force? Why? What are you forcing? Like, yeah, I mean, I like the back to basics. I like Caracas. You don't want Plague Engineer? I guess Plague Engineer only hits Monkey. I don't mind not having that. But why don't you just run ley lines instead? Because it stops DRC also. And it can't get dazed. But you don't want to cut forces, so what in your mind are you getting rid of? You'd probably cut force negation at least, right? I'm cutting like... I know you only want to see one, but look at the last 2 matches. I put 4 in and we only saw 1. I mean... Yeah, that mindset. That's like fucking Eli with goblins. It's like, oh, the one of... It's like crush your soul. Yeah, I don't... Thoughtseize is like pretty borderline for me. I do like Caracas, even over Underground Sea, if we're bringing it back to basics. Let's see. Yeah, I got the Caracas in. I got the Caracas. I already boarded out C. C's already been out. So let's open with the 1 ley line, so you can prove that having 4 in the sideboard is pointless. No ley line. Fucking garbage. They kept 7. I think this is a keep. Like, we can snuff out and pay for days. I don't know. If forces, look, so I wanted to do forces over ley lines. So this would be a force, right? Like, this would be a ley line right now. So we'd have a ley line in play. I don't know. That's good because I can definitely just gonna go to swamp. I'm gonna wait for combat so they can't dash a second one. God, imagine if we had leyline. Oh, that was you. This is your handle. Yeah, dude. Giants, no joke. They hit fucking hard. Here's the one ley line. I don't think I want it. Do I even want to ponder when I have a brainstorm? I don't think I want this. Yeah. Ponder's so broken. God, imagine if we had Leyline in play. Yeah, you can. I mean, can we though? They already have 3 types. Like the odds that we get it is pretty astronomical. Then on turn 4 we resolve it, and then if they daze it, are we really forcing back? Like, I don't think so. Gotta find like a fatal push. It's gonna be another monkey. Fucking hate Delver. Delver is just so much worse than these other cards that it's like painful to like counter or do anything. All right, so you can brainstorm. We can brainstorm and then brazen borrower, but that get hits by days. I really want to find a fatal push or ornithopters. Bounce what, the Delver or the DRC? Probably Delver, right? I guess play Caracas then. Yeah, because I bounce this flips, then they just replay it. If they have to replay one, I want them to replay the Delver. Wasteland, really? Against my fucking one, the only land that could be wastelanded. And then upkeep brainstorm. Sure. Or begin combat brainstorm. I really gotta find a fucking fatal push. We're in a really bad spot. Like, Plague Engineer is actually pretty good if they're on this version. Like, Leyline plus Plague Engineer is like a real thing. I think I'm gonna cut forces for the last game. So we can play Brazen Bar into days. Or we can brainstorm to find a fatal push or snuff or murder's cut. Oh, what, on turn 1 or whatever? That's turn 2? Am I supposed to force a turn 2? Like, the whole point, like you even said, is like for Murktide. Because then they play Murktide and we die. I don't know. I gotta find like a fucking fatal push or something. Back to basics is late. it's a perfect pitch card, but I'm not gonna be alive to fucking pitch it. I don't know, cause like the thing is like, say I don't play this flips. I just take they daze, and now they know if they're gonna set up this flip up. We're done. We're done. Yeah, I just feel like you're like playing engineer just so much more proactively, and they can't get blasted. I'm gonna do this. Maybe Thoughtseize is on the play, you could argue, but yeah. Because the thing is, like, even if we had force, like, say we were like down, if we were down 2 cards in hand, we'd be in. Like this hand is so much better. This hand's a good hand. I know what you mean. Now we do have 4 ley lines in the deck though, which is not great. But now we get to go turn 1 Changeling Outcast, and they're gonna be like incentivized to try to bolt it. Like they don't want me to ninjutsu. Oh, let's go ninjutsu. No respect for no respect. Of course they had the days. Maybe I'm supposed to ponder into changeling there, but it's such a tempo advantage if they don't have days. It does keep them off expressive iteration for another turn. The thing is, if you ever put someone on the spot to see if they have days, they always have days. They literally just hit the nuts, huh? Days mill instant, ponder mill creature. Ponder here. Oof. I think I want. Do I want the land? I could get land and plague engineer. I think I need the land for days to play around days for back to basics. Yeah, I just have to. Fucking the one fucking island. Oh man. When don't they have it? I mean, next turn we get to go like back to basics with like to play through days with then changeling. Do I want a second swamp or third island? I think second swamp is okay. Dash. They really hit my. This is what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes you're just so fucking. Oh, they're gonna hold up what? Blast here? So what? They probably just have Bolt and we're dead, right? So I guess I could just. Because I have Brazen Borrower, then they dash Monkey, and I go to 3. So if they have Bolt, I'm dead no matter what. So. Probably have. Yeah, bounce to 3-3. I'm like, that's exactly way ahead of you. They might have left forces in. I doubt if they left forces in, but I don't know. I don't play much Delver. Seems like a weird match to have forces. Okay. That's weird. Why wouldn't you play DRC first? Maybe you have a second Pyroblast? Need a fucking Fatal Push. Yeah, no, they had. It was weird they didn't Pyroblast the Petty Theft, though, with, like, they had Lethal, right? So we have to go this first. Fucking always. Like, I love how Delver decks are more consistent at fucking lands than anything else. Oh, they're playing. Oh, we're dead. They're playing Murktide. This just had to always hit a fucking land. So fucking frustrating. This. Why couldn't this be Murderous Cut? God, it's so sick they actually had the basic island. Like, they weren't playing around it at all. They just naturally drew it. Alright, shit's coming to an end, so. No. No. No way. I actually don't want to play another spell in case they have daze. Because they can daze a red card, have another red card, and go bolt bolt. There's no way they can do red next turn. Oh no, they have four. Yeah, they have 4 Volks, right? I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? How did we win that? Real. Wow. That was really funny. That was really funny. Tough deck. What an insane win. Like I had the Brazen Borrower Chump Time Walk. But didn't they lose? They had Pyroblast one turn when I Brazen Borrowed the DRC because they hit my back to basics. So I don't know what happened that turn, but I think I should have lost. But anyway, absolutely sick win. Nice 4-1. Only loss was some variance on a game 2 that I arguably could have mulliganed. Even though I think it's probably still a keep even after looking at numbers. Yeah, sweet deck. Let's open some chests. Ragadan. Ooh, 30 play points. So garbage. Mirror Superion. Counterspell. No, but they cast it. I'm going to check real quick before I end the stream. I want to look at the game history. This was an absolutely insane game, though. Yeah, you shouldn't be saying like blackface. So here I definitely played a Bevel Strix into days when I didn't have to. But the upside just seemed so high. Alright, let's just go to that. Let's go see that one turn. I don't know what turn it was. And then I ponder and yeah, so there's the back to basics. And here I ponder for a 4th land, right? Yeah. Okay. They Pyroblast after it resolves, which is really good. Because maybe I misremembered, but I thought they... So I go to 11. These two fucking changing outcasts that, huh? The changing outcast that could 17 damage or whatever. So they dash Ragavan. They don't play changing outcast, which is unblockable. Okay, wait. Okay, here we are. Alright, so here's upkeep. So look, this is when I Brazen Bar, look. So I Petty Theft. They Brainstorm. Okay. They let it resolve. Go to main phase. Play it, and then use a treasure. So they could have just Pyroblast my Petty Theft. And had a 3. They would have had the 3/3 in play still. Yeah, no, so they had the mana, and they just didn't. They went after back to basics, which is. I understand doing that, but not when I'm at 5 life. Because right here, they just attack me to. They play land, attack me to 2, right? And. Yeah. Whatever. So even if back to basics was in play. Right? So, I mean, I have Fatal Push. But I think they end up like having a land, right? Because then the second back to basics is dead. So I'm at 2 right now, and they have, and if they have land, they would have dashed Monkey for the win. Yeah, yeah. Why was the play correct though? They had lethal the following turn, even if I had removal. Like this is known information, right? Like they knew they had Ragavan, they had the land, they had Pyroblast. They could put me to 2, and then they knew they had a dash 2 that I couldn't block, even if I removed the other one. They had what? They had Pyroblast and Monkey in hand. I guarantee they knew it, yeah. And it was upkeep, so they Pyroblast, kill Petty Theft, attack me to 2. No, but then yeah, I'm also dead to Bolt, right? They haven't seen a Bolt in 24 cards that way. Like I think they ignore back to me, especially with an island and with Ragavan to make a treasure. I don't know. I think it was a weird line. Yeah, they had full info with Brainstorm, so they resolved Brainstorm, right? They resolved Brainstorm, bounced DRC, went to main phase. No, they didn't fetch. Then went to main phase and then Pyroblast using a treasure token because they didn't have a fetch in play. So it was perfect information. So that's why I think that was a mistake. But I think we could have lost if they had played that differently. That's all. I wanted to just review it and see. Yeah, they Pyroglasted very aggressively. I don't know. Resolved Baleful Strix earlier. I like Pyroblasting resolved Baleful Strix. I mean, that's a play I think you make when I'm at 5 life or something, not when I'm at 15, because that's real aggressive. But I don't play Delver. That's why I'm just looking at it trying to learn. I just thought they could have played that differently. All right, that's enough for me. It's 9:30. Got to go to bed. Got work. Excuse me. But anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. Make sure you follow the stream if you haven't already. Drop a sub if Bezos bucks and whatnot. And check out my YouTube for any videos you miss and sub there. So, the rest of you have a good night. GG's, Fox, thanks for hanging out. It was fun. Is there anyone who's playing Legacy I can raid with my 4 people? See, I can raid with my 4 people. No, there's really no one on right now, so. Alright, I'm just gonna call it then.